be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
Good evening from Eastern Kentucky University's Paul S. McBray Arena, Alumni Coliseum on the campus here in Richmond, Kentucky. It's 11th Region postseason basketball. Tonight the girls take center stage, and we're going to have Madison Southern versus Scott County in game number 1. And here's Gary Ball with Madison Southern head coach Summer Simmons.
Thank you, Darren Douglas. We're here with Summer Simmons, the outstanding coach of Madison Southern. Young team this year. You're kind of building for the future, but Corneliuson can score with anybody.
Yeah, we're a super young team this year. A lot of them haven't played any minutes varsity for Nilsson, and we've got a senior this year, Paige Carter, short ACL last year, and so she's just back this year. And we're just figuring things out, and Corneliuson is doing a good job. So
Richardson down low is really playing well for her.
Yes, she's come a long way. She was the point guard at one of our middle schools, and now she's gotten to be where she can bang like she's supposed to, so she's playing well.
Your opponent is Scott County. They're a very tough ball club, experienced season ball club, 28 wins on the season.
Absolutely. They're a very good ball club. Coach Elton has done a phenomenal job with these girls. We didn't play them in the regular season, but I know what they've got, and we're going to have a tough game ahead of us, but it's an opportunity.
Up-tempo game?
Absolutely, whether we like it or not.
That's Summer Simmons of Madison Southern, and we're going to come back, try to grab Steve Helton of Scott County, Darren, here on the pregame show, 11th Region Tournament. Back to Darren.
Thanks, Gary and Coach Simmons and Darren Douglas, along with Lexington Catholic head coach and Georgetown alum. I have to get that in because I am one as well. Yep. Scott True and Scott Summer Simmons, straight up honest, she knows she's got a real tall order ahead of her.
Well, they're very young and they're a little inexperienced, especially at this level. But the deal with them is they've played up tempo all year because that's what they wanted to do, and that's going to be good for them moving forward. But that's not going to help them tonight. An older, more experienced, really tough Scott County team will make them very tough.
Well, now Gary Ball has Scott County head coach Steve Helton.
Thank you, Darren Douglas. We're here with Steve Helton. Very experienced Scott County team, 28-2. Your opponent, Madison Southern. What can you tell us about it?
We know they're going to play hard. They're well coached. Summer does a great job. They have a really good little guard. She was an 8th grader against us last year. She started. This year she's leading them in scoring, Corneliuson. And right now we got to shake the nerves off Scott County. Because I'm not real happy how we're warming up. So hopefully we'll get control of this and at least come back out and have a better second half of our warm up.
Coach, what kind of ball game? Of course, she expects it to be up tempo. You do too, don't you?
We want to play as fast as we can. If we can put a shot clock and go ahead Easter time, let's go ahead and turn it on. And but yeah, we want to get the game going. We feel more comfortable playing, I guess tonight 94 feet. So, but again, we're going to have to adjust. I don't know. Our kids look a little tight for some reason, so I'm going to have to work on some magic potion here to loosen them up a little bit.
You tell them as you go back in the locker room to get them loose here for the ball game.
Well, I'll probably make up some story from growing up or how I come down here and dunked on these rims. I'll make up something just to get them to relax a little bit, because we they're kids. They need to relax, and we play better relaxed, and we'll see what happens.
What do you think will be the keys for you to win the ball game, Coach?
Number one's tempo. It's on the board in there. We've got to have tempo. We got to limit them to one shot, and then when we get out in transition, we got to finish.
Thank you very much, Coach Helton. You do a great job at Scott County, and thanks for coming on the show last week.
Hey, I had a great time, and thank you all for everything you do.
That's Steve Helton. Let's go back courtside to Darren Douglas and Scott True and William Warfield, and then we'll have the lineups from the public address announcer.
Yeah, we're about 8 minutes away from the opening tip-off, and in that interview with Steve Helton, number one, he's not happy with the way his team's warming up, and number two, he's kind of taking a page out of the boy side of things with Billy Hicks. He is a mountain boy, and he kind of downplays some things a little bit too.
Yeah, well, you're a coach down at Warren. You're looking for something so you can go and grab their attention when you go back in. That's the thing I said earlier. Summer's done a great job at Madison Southern. Yeah. Okay. So they need to play up tempo for their future, but it's going to be really tough to play that style tonight, and that's what Scott County wants to do. And they've got DeForest and Riddle and then Malia Owens. They're just really hard to guard with that up tempo. But now Coach Helton's right. He wants to establish that. And when they beat Southern's press, Southern's going to try to press some, at least they normally have, and then they got to go finish on the other end.
Well, and the thing is too, Southern's going to have to deal with Scott County's pressure. And it comes in different waves. It can be in a zone. It can be in a man-to-man. It can be in a run-and-jump situation. And the thing is, they are so long, just watching them out here warm up in Scott County. Southern may have some issue with that size in the full court.
Yeah, their pressure's relentless, and they're going to get after you and push you up and down the floor. And Southern, the big thing for Matt Southern is if you can limit turnovers, you can stay with Scott County. If you can limit your turnovers, but they make it very tough to do that. And, they were in our tournament this year, and I watched them score 95 points. They won 95-93, I think, in overtime against a very good Boyd County team. So Scott County can really score, too.
And that's the thing, too. Everybody's going to watch tonight and say, man, what a girls' team. They are an excellent team, 28-2 on the season. They are ranked, last time I saw, they're number 2, am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
and that's behind Sacred Heart, who is also a really nice club.
They're really tough. And they came in our tournament and lost a tough one, and then bounced back and beat Boyd County. I've watched them several times this year. You can't turn the ball. They go from your turnover to points in their end as quick as anybody, maybe except Mercer County, and that's going to be tough for Southern to deal with. But if you can beat their pressure, get it to half court, maybe slow it down, work it, and get a good shot, this is why you play the games.
And I think, too, a big key for Southern is their defensive glass. They got to keep Scott County limited to second chance points.
Yeah, you don't want to give them second chance points, because if you can get Scott County to miss and get the ball, you can keep them from setting up that pressure. But if they're consistently in that pressure, it just wears on you.
We're about 5.5 minutes away from the starting lineups and the opening tip-off of the first game of the 11th Region Girls Tournament tonight. Game 2 coming up. It'll be Paul Lawrence Dunbar and Woodford County here in Richmond. We're getting ready to take a break. We'll be back here in Eastern Kentucky University's Paul McBrayer Arena on PrepSpin.com.
Women's Health is an all-female OBGYN practice in Lexington made up of board-certified obstetricians, gynecologists, certified nurse midwives, and physician assistants. We are supported by a well-trained and compassionate staff. We work as a team to attend to each of our patients as if they were our sisters, friends, or neighbors. We have experience, both professional and personal, to help you through almost any situation. Chances are, whatever you face, we've been there. Visit LexingtonWomens.com for more information.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Back at Paul S. McBray Arena, we're just about set for the national anthem, the starting lineups, and the opening tip-off of the opening night of the 11th Region Basketball Tournament. We're here all week long, Monday through Saturday. Gary Ball, Scott True will join us. Julie Munns will join Gary in the second game. We'll have Tony Wise, Derek Varney, maybe Red Hutchins. Who knows? We have a cast of 1,000. Takes a lot of people to run this thing.
It does. It's a good week, though.
Fun week, and we're here all day on Saturday with the boys' semifinals on Saturday afternoon, the girls' finals that night, and the boys' championship game on Monday night. So, a lot of great basketball action. In case you wonder who plays next, Dunbar, Whitford County. Should be a good one.
Should be a very good one.
And we're about set for the national anthem here from Paul S. McBray Arena.
Basketball action. Tonight's game features from District 44, the Madison Southern Lady Eagles, and from District 42, the Scott County Cardinals. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and join us as we honor America, its freedom, and those who protect it with the presentation of colors done tonight by the Madison Southern JROTC. We ask that you would please remain standing until the colors have left the floor. Is performed by the Madison Southern Pep Band.
That's the Madison Southern Pep Band with
And now let's meet the starting lineup. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Madison Southern Lady Eagles. Starting at guard, a sophomore, number 3, Sonny Walters. Starting at guard, a junior, number 15, Zaria Carter. At forward, a freshman, number 22, Samantha Corneliuson. At forward, a senior, number 30, Paige Carter. And at forward, a sophomore, number 31, Allie Richardson. The Lady Eagles are coached by Summer Simmons. And now the starting lineup for the Scott County Cardinals. Starting at guard, a sophomore, number 1, Morgan DeFore. At guard, a junior, number 11, Malia Owens. At guard, a junior, number 14, Juliet Smith. At forward, a senior, number 21, Zakia Holt. And at guard, a senior, number 22, Peyton Riddle. The Cardinals are coached by Steve Hilton.
Thank you, Gary, with our public address announcer. And Scott, I've talked to people out in town all over Central Kentucky and that watch this broadcast every time the March rolls around, and they like that feature that we feature every postseason.
Yeah, it's nice. You guys do a great job with it. It's a lot of fun.
It is. And I know as a coach you'd much rather be here as a coach, but we enjoy you on color when we have you.
Well, I appreciate it. I would rather be out there on that floor. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's about the only time Scott and I get to see each other is basketball season.
That's about it, yep.
Saw each other constantly on the campus at Georgetown College. Of course, not big enough there to do anything.
No, couldn't miss it.
Yep. And we're getting ready to have the jump here, and can't see the numbers of both players. It's 21, that is Holt jumping. Scott County wins the tap. They missed the easy shot. We have a held ball right immediately as Richardson ties up with Owens. Immediately 2-2-1. Yep, here it comes. And sometimes they will face guard, but right now they're just going to zone it.
A couple different looks out of it.
Southern will get the ball in the middle of the floor. Is where you break any zone. Nice job of handling for the first trip down. Here's 3 from the left of the circle, short. Rebounded by Owens for Scott County. Cardinals run ahead to Riddle, who seems like she's been there forever. 3 from the left wing for the Cardinals. No good. Long rebound by DeFore. Put up and in.
Second chance opportunities are going to be big tonight.
DeFore played point guard last year for this ball club and has moved to the off guard this year.
I think she's more suited to that. She can shoot it from anywhere.
Richardson double teamed in trouble. Tried to bounce, and a 10-second call on the Lady Eagles.
And that's Scott County's pressure. Get it right around half court, and they're going to trap you. And you've got to find a way to stay out of those areas.
Pretty good job, though, by Richardson being strong with the basketball, because that's so easy to give it up that way.
10-second count is much better than a turnover there.
Yeah, especially because it doesn't lead directly to a point.
That's right.
Here's Riddle out of the corner for 3. No good. Good job on the block out by Richardson, who claims the rebound for Southern. Ahead to Corneliuson. This is Carter. Bounces back to the point guard now. Walters, right corner. 3 on the way from Richardson. No good. DeFore with the rebound on the backside. 2-0 Cardinals, a minute 15 in. DeFore all the way. Eagles didn't stop the basketball. Rebound and put up and in by Holt. Here's another double team. Nice job of handling the pressure, though, from Southern. This is Carter, drives, has it blocked by Riddle. Here come the Cardinals the other way. Ahead to Owens, left-hand layup is good. It's 6-0, a minute 40 in. And quickly Summer Simmons going to call timeout, be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, but we immediately see what Scott County wants to do.
Yeah, Scott County's got the pace they want. They get a block shot, and it took less than 2 seconds, and the ball's already on the other end. Put tremendous pressure on your defense. You've got to take care of the ball against them and take great shots, and you got to make them. If not, they're going to make you pay.
New feature this year, I want to point it out. It is a 16th region crew calling these games, boys and girls both. We have a 4th official who is an alternate official in case of an injury or an illness or something like that. We had an official get hurt a couple of years ago. We had to go a 2-man crew in a semifinal game. That's tough.
Sure, yeah, they do a great job, and traveling up here to do this. It's a little different when you change officials in the year, but both teams kind of feel that out early and figure it out. Scott County changing presses other time out, going to a 1-2-2.
Looks like it is a 1-2-2, and here's a ball tipped by Riddle into the hands of Smith. Here's a three out of the right side, no good. Long rebound. Richardson had it, knocked away by Riddle, and it'll stay with Scott County. But Riddle might have been the one that got the last touch on it, but
I'm not sure how that stayed with Scott
unless
County.
it hit Richardson on the way back out.
He's right there at it, so I'm sure he had a good look.
Inbounds to Riddle, stolen by Corneliuson. Corneliuson in the middle of the floor gives over to Carter. They whistling a foul coming up on Scott County.
Good job attacking the glass there and drawing the contact.
First foul of the ball game. It looks like it's on Owens for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that started with the turnover and the inbounds pass. Coach Helton's not happy with that set right there. Led to the foul on the other end.
Actually gave it to Holt. So Holt with the first foul. The first free throw good by Carter for Madison Southern. Lady Eagles on the board. The left-hander fires. Good again.
Very good free throw shooting team. Both teams are.
And that wins you a lot of close games.
1-2-2 for Madison Southern.
Here's DeFore. Now, Southern will have to come out and guard DeFore because she can shoot that thing from about 30 feet. Richardson with a steal for the Lady Eagles. Strong with the ball again. Gets it ahead to Carter. They get it down low to Paige Carter, and she is fouled. Go back to the line for two more.
Well, again, the turnover from Scott County, get the zone, kind of force the pass in, and this is what Southern needs to do. Get to the foul line, draw some fouls, slow it down a little bit.
Foul was on DeFore, her first, and Carter hits the first of two. She has all three Southern points, and it's 6-3 Madison Southern. Great timeout by Summer Simmons. She got her team settled down a little bit, and they're right back in it with a mini 4-0 run, 6-4 Cardinals. Cardinals run it the other way. This is Owens, right wing. In the middle of the lane, it goes to Riddle. Right side, left, off the glass, good.
It's a good move. Get the ball in the center of the zone. She penetrated and took advantage of it.
Now, Riddle sounds like she's been there a long time. She's actually been on the varsity roster, I think, since the 7th grade.
Yes, she has.
And actually was on the junior varsity as a 6th grader. Here's a shot up and in by Carter. She has all 6, and it's 8-6. Scott County, but quickly here come the Cards. Down low they go to Holt. Turns. Glass. Too strong. Rebounded by Corneliuson. Boy, they got bodies all over the place. That's what Southern needs to do, though. Get every loose ball like that. Richardson down the lane. Hangs. Puts it up. Got it. And we're tied at 8. Corneliuson, I tell you what, she's averaging almost 16 a game.
Yeah, she's playing well.
Riddle for 3. Left wing. No. Rebounded backside by Walters. Has it knocked away, and then a held ball. It'll go to Scott County.
That's something else Scott County does not a lot of people do. They attack you off a miss, and that time it forced the jump ball and allows them to keep possession.
Into the ball game for the Cardinals comes number 4, Malia Williams. Looks like she's about 6'3", 6'4", am I right?
Sophomore, too. She's going to be a good one.
Lob it into her. She gets it down to the 4, lays it in.
You can do that with your 6'3".
Oh, yeah. Just throw it up there, go get it. We'll see a lot of that from Woodford County in the next game, too, to their big girl in the middle. Here's a ball lost out of bounds by Southern, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Cardinals. And DeFore may have stepped on the line when she touched it anyway, trying to save it. 10-8, 4:32 to play in the opening quarter. The girls' 11th region tournament, the first game. Corneliuson within the left corner, straight away. 3 on the way. Back rim, no. Long rebounded to 4. Here comes the Cardinals quickly down the floor again and a layup easy.
You've got to get back on them, and they went up and challenged the ball, and quickly Owens went right over the top.
Well, that's the point guard who took the shot. She needs to understand, don't follow your shot. That's the one time you don't follow your shot. Corneliuson, baseline step back, 15-footer, short. Long rebound claimed by Southern. Back out to Walters, inside to Richardson, and she's fouled. That's E-step in for Madison Southern. She looks like a youngster, too, for 32 in blue.
She is DeFores. That's 2 on DeFores, so that could be big, too, for Scott County.
Because DeFores is actually the 3rd ball handler. All 5 of the starters can handle the basketball pretty much for Scott County.
DeFores is tremendous shooter, too. Hadn't got one off tonight. She got to go to the bench with those 2 fouls.
Well, I noticed last year as a freshman, she was a magician with the basketball.
Yeah, she can handle it, too.
As a matter of fact, I think you and I had the game with Lafayette. She made a 35-foot bounce pass right on the money.
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly right. And she's replaced by number 3, McMath, who's just a freshman also.
Yeah.
Good
free
little
throw
point
from
guard.
Richardson's good. 12-10, halfway through the opening quarter. Riddle to McBeth. Over to Riddle, back in the right corner. Owens, 3 on the way, got it. First 3 of the night for the Cardinals, and it's 15-10. Corneliuson weaves her way through traffic. Down low, Richardson laid it up, blocked, and a foul coming up on Scott County. Fouls on Williams.
Southern's doing a good job with the pressure initially, getting down and getting to the glass. You got to go attack it. You need to finish to get to the foul line, and they've done that about 3 or 4 times now.
Well, what I liked about that, though, Corneliuson didn't have the numbers and didn't have a lane, so she backed out a bit, and then Richardson with a nice cut off the ball down the lane, and that's what Southern hits another free throw. It's 15-11 with 3:37 to play in the opening quarter. Scott County with the lead. And Gary Ball just jinxed them.
And they're a good free throw shooting team, though. You don't want to put them there very often.
Down low to Williams. Nice catch on the move. Missed the shot. And then a rebound battle dropped out of bounds by E-Step. And I think it just came off at a funny angle with a plenty spin on it. Got her off guard a little bit.
She's an 8th grader, too. Probably a little nervous here early.
It's amazing how young these girls' teams are in this region. Nice pass down to Owens in the lane from Riddle.
And a good cut.
Owens hits the basket, 17-11. Quickly ahead. Another new player in the lineup for Southern. A little contact there, no call, missed layup. Rebounded by Riddle. Ahead to Smith, and Smith couldn't catch up with it.
Got a little ahead of herself there.
New player in the lineup is King for Madison Southern, 14 in blue. Get number 23 in here. Boy, Simmons going deep in her bench. She's already played 9 here in the first quarter.
Scott County's going to make you do that. They're going to wear you out because then if you're not careful, you'll get turnovers due to fatigue.
Now, Flannery's one of the few holdovers from a year ago. She's still young, though.
She is.
She's seen some action in this tournament, so may not be as nervous as some of the other teammates of hers. Richardson at the high post. Gives to Flannery, drives down, blocked by Williams, caught it back up, and going to held ball to go back to Madison Southern on the held ball situation. So I tell you what, Southern's showing absolutely no fear in the first half.
Nope.
They are attacking the much bigger front line of Scott County.
Well, you've got to go at them and get to that foul line to get them to back off that pressure a little bit.
They inbound deep to Flannery, but it's knocked into the air, kicked into the backcourt, but picked up by King. Back to Flannery, ahead to E-Step. E-Step goes down, and the ball lost out of bounds by Southern.
Again, they get you on that sideline, you feel the pressure, and it doesn't take much to cause a turnover.
Southern's done a nice job of getting the ball to the middle of the floor against either zone that press that Scott County's thrown at them. Owens back to Riddle. Here's McBeth in the corner to a new player in the lineup, called for travel for Scott County. That is Gray. Zephaniah Gray? Make sure I got her name right. Don't want mom and dad down on me, or grandmother, by the way. Zephaniah Gray.
Flannery's done a really good job here for Southern early.
Yeah, that's tough to deal with. Across to E-Step, and a whistle and a foul on the reach in. I believe they got Riddle. Peyton Riddle with her first. That's 5 on Scott County. Madison Southern yet, coach has not committed a foul yet.
Well, that's the other key to Scott County is if you can get them to commit some fouls where you can get to the foul line, back them out of that pressure again, it's going to be key.
Here's a steal by McBeth, headed the other way. King in pursuit, but a layup good by McBeth. She was at full steam. I like she got herself under control to shoot the layup.
Yeah, when McMath comes in, they don't lose any speed, that's for sure.
Ahead to Owens. Owens to Gray. Right-hand layup, good, and a whistle and a foul.
That's just a great break.
A great break. Watch give me a replay here. Watch how this ball gets right immediately from one end to the other. Couple of dribbles. There's Gray in the wing. Easy layup.
Yeah, it doesn't take them very long. Once they get you turned over, you're at your basket in a hurry.
Overtime Performance is our sponsor this week for the whole week of our replays. Glad to have them along. Brand new sponsor with us, and the free throw's good by Gray. She has 3, 2:05 to play, and the lead is 22-11. Inbounds to Howell, who's in there now.
Man-to-man pressure now.
Yeah, looks like a kind of run and jump, and we have a timeout by Coach Summer Simmons.
Well, this is the other thing they'll do too. That pressure will wear on you. They'll get you to burn some timeouts, and you can't relieve that pressure in the second half, and then they get big runs.
Well, normally in man-to-man pressure, you're told to wait, clear it out. But Scott County's looking to run and jump.
Yeah, you can't clear it out and go one-on-one. They'll jump you from, and they're really looking for you to put your head down when you dribble or turn your back, and then they're coming, and then you're in trouble before you know it, and then you cause a turnover, and then they've got numbers the other way. But again, we've played 7 minutes, almost 6 minutes. And we've seen 3 different presses from Scott County, a 2-2-1, a 1-2-2, and a man-to-man. So they're going to keep varying that pressure and not let you get comfortable.
And the thing about this is they actually don't vary their pressure. They'll put all 5 on the defensive end of the floor.
Well, it's hard to go over. It's hard to go over. You point out in the pregame how long they are. It's very tough to go over top of this group.
The inbounds pass to Walters for Southern. Right corner it goes to Howell. Knocked away from Howell. She got it back. Gives it to Carter for Southern, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Scott County. 13 in white is Hoffman for the Cardinals. You get a good look at her there, guarding Carter as she inbounds the basketball. And here's a pair of threes guarding each other. You don't see that very often on the floor. High post, nice pass, Carter to Carter. And the ball knocked out of bounds. A lot of contact there with the body, but you expect that in the postseason.
Yeah, Owens got caught going for the steal right there, but she got a lot of help from her teammates cleaning that up on the back cut.
And the back of that, I believe that was number 34 in white. That is Kennedy Tompkins. So they replaced a 6'4" girl with about a 6'2", 6'3" girl.
Yeah, they don't get any smaller.
No. Ball's blocked out of bounds.
And the great thing is they're all different. One of them's a little quicker, one of them's a little more of a traditional post. Can really match up with different things if they need to.
Inbounds pass. Nice inbounds play from the Lady Eagles there. Got them an open look and a foul on Scott County. There's a pick-the-picker play, and they got a wide open look. Scott County's one of the few teams in the high school levels you'll find that'll man inbounds plays underneath the basket. First free throw is good.
Well, they're just so long right there. Owens is very close to getting that block without getting the foul. So, they're tough to do anything with underneath the basket with their length.
It's 42 for Southern there. They don't have her on the scoreboard yet. She hits both.
Macy Daniels.
Macy Daniels. 22-13. Cardinals on top. They go down low. Nice look, but hit the side of the back. Hit the bottom side of the backboard. That's a nice little post move, though. By Tompkins. Cornelius with the basketball, guarded by Gray.
Well, they've got to get, Madison's got to get Cornelius going.
Dribble the ball on the out of bounds line on the sidelines. And that was really good defensive pressure from Gray that caused that turnover, even though she wasn't the one guarding the ball. The player turned it over.
Scott County's already played 10 players, and their depth is beginning to show. And that pressure just wears on you after so long of seeing it.
Here's Owens, high post. It goes to Howell. Owens shoots the ball over the rim. Shot it too hard. Corneliusen with the rebound to Carter. Back to Corneliusen. Corneliusen jump stops in the front, gives it to Carter. Back to Corneliusen. Returns and gives it back to Walters. Walters guarded by Smith. Lobs it down low. Intercepted by Tompkins. She'll lead the break for the Cardinals. Off to Smith, back to Tompkins. Left-hand layup good.
That's a great break. Gave it up the right time and got it back at the right time.
You don't find too many post players that can lead the break. Here is Walters. Drives down. Layup too strong. Tompkins with a loose ball. Head to Gray, and the whistle or the horn sounds, and that's the end of the first quarter. Pretty good first quarter, though, for Southern. They're still hanging around. They trail by 11, 24-13. On PrepSpin.com.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1970.
Back to action. You see Scott County's got the ball to start the second quarter. Gray with a jumper along the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Walters, who dribbled it on the end line.
Again, the pressure after a miss, you just don't see a lot of teams do that. Scott County does. It's really bothering Madison Southern.
But you can see some of this talent for the youngsters for Southern. They're going to be pretty good for a couple of years here. Down low to Tompkins, turns, put it up, no good, and a whistle and a foul coming up on Richardson of Southern.
It's a good, strong move.
If she uses the left hand, she may have the chance at an and one. But she'll go to the line for two. Free throw back rim, no good. Here in a couple of years, though, this Scott County High School will be, I guess, for all intents and purposes, divided up in half. It'll have the new Great Crossings High School over there.
Where I went to elementary school is Great Crossings Elementary.
That's one of the good little grocery store with a deli in it out there a long time ago, too, back in the days.
Yep.
Here's a steal by Gray. Nice pocket pick with the left hand. If Gray goes with the right hand, that's a foul, but she went to the offhand and was able to poke it away. Here's the ball knocked out of bounds by McBath. Watch this play from Gray. We got it right at the end there. But she reached around with the left hand. If she reaches with the right hand, she's going to get a foul called on her. So.
Yeah, she did it just right, and she caught Cornelius looking to get rid of it, to get it up the floor. And
overtime performance and replay. Sorry about that.
And then all of a sudden, you don't have it anymore because Scott County's pressures are relentless.
Here's a steal by Owens. Then it knocked away again by Walters, who saves it in to Carter. Carter ahead to Corneliuson. Corneliuson on the dribble. Continues to dribble, drives down, lays it up with the right hand, no good. Owens tips it out. Here go the Cardinals. Holt ahead to Owens to Smith for the lay-in.
Textbook Scott County basketball right there. Turn you over, make two passes, and get a layup.
Here's Walters back to Carter. Southern now with this group in, not getting anybody in the middle of the floor. To McBeth, to Walters, in the lane. Tries, put it up, has it knocked away by Holt. Holt, baseball pass down to Owens, a long three, in and out, rebounded by Carter.
And she had a teammate going to the basket, could have had a layup right there.
That's Paige Carter with the rebound for Southern. She has the basketball now. Carter to McBeth on the other side of the floor. Behind her to Paige Carter, three on the way, short, rebounded by Holt. 28-13, 6:20 in the first half left. Cardinals by 15. Owens, left-hand runner in the lane, good.
Got to stop the basketball if you're Southern.
30-13. Here's Walters driving down, challenges Williams. Williams blocks it into the hands of Williams. Riddle ahead. It goes to Owens and laid it in, and Summer Simmons is going to call her third timeout, and this is a full timeout, I think, this time for the Lady Eagles. It is a full timeout. We'll take it 60 seconds. Do we have a replay there, William, or not?
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Lexington Women's Health is an all-female OBGYN practice in Lexington made up of board-certified obstetricians, gynecologists, certified nurse midwives, and physician assistants. We are supported by a well-trained and compassionate staff. We work as a team to attend to each of our patients as if they were our sisters, friends, or neighbors. We have experience, both professional and personal, to help you through almost any situation. Chances are, whatever you face, we've been there. Visit Lexington Women's.
Here's Scott County with another steal by Williams. Right hand layup good. And they are relentless with their pressure. And that's the 5 player there making a steal and going on the dribble down and getting the easy layup. Flannery double teamed in backcourt, fights through the double team, gets it into front court to a new player in the ball game. That is Rowland for Southern. 3 out of the right corner by Macbeth, partially blocked by Williams. Riddle ahead to Smith. Back to Riddle. 3 on the way. In and out. Rebounded Holt. No good. Rebounded Williams. No good. Rebound Corneliuson. Nope, that's Walters with the rebound. Now gets it to Corneliuson. And a foul coming up on Owens for Scott County. Boy, they missed 2 of them point blank.
And that'll put Southern in the bonus, too.
That'll be the first foul. Excuse me, that might be the second foul on Owens. It is, but Scott County's so deep they just go down and pull somebody else out, and they will bring in Gray to replace Owens.
Score from another region. GRC is up on Nicholas 36-16 at halftime.
That's region number 10 for those folks that aren't familiar with that, and that's your old school that you started out as the head coach at.
Yeah, I did.
Free throw good from Corneliuson. He had another one there, too, from the 8th region, Oldham County and Gallatin County.
Yeah, Oldham's up 14-11 into the first.
Okay, so somebody's got control of the tempo, and it's what I call that old snail pace basketball.
Corneliuson with 2 free throws there.
I tell you what, they've only missed 1 free throw, has Southern. So
you don't want to put them at the line. They can make free throws.
They are deadly. Riddle almost lost the ball, now does. Into the hands of Walters. Behind is Gray for the back tip, and goes back over to Southern.
Good hustle back for Gray to get that back tip.
And she did properly, too. A lot of players will come down instead of coming up from the floor with the back tip there. Inbounds to Macbeth. Now to Walters. Thought about a 3. Corneliuson in the corner to the left side. Now she'll shoot it. Blocked by Owens.
The length to Scott
That's
County.
Smith.
That's her 5th or 6th block tonight.
Here's Riddle. To Smith. 4.5 to play. 34-15. Gray, 17-footer left baseline. No good. Back rim. Long rebound chased down by Flannery. Taken away by Smith. Gray, right wing. Try to get it down low to Holt. Knocked away, but Holt gets it. Baseline, Riddle, 10-footer. Yes. I know Scott County keeps deflections.
Oh, yes.
And here's Flannery in the middle of the floor attacking to Rowland, who has it blocked out of bounds by Williams.
Williams does a great job of being straight up, putting her hands up, taking the block when it's there, and she's done a really good job of not committing the fouls and getting Southern back to the foul line.
Into the ball game back comes E-Step, 32 in blue, along with number 13 for Southern. Williams comes out. Tompkins comes back in. Taken away by Tompkins. Here she comes out on the dribble. Whoops. That looked like a post player handler.
She kept control of it, though.
Yeah. But she knew as soon as she started losing control of, hey, stop, get it to a guard quickly. Here's a block, another back tip by Gray. Ahead to Tompkins, jump stop, glass. No. Holt can't control the rebound. It's taken away by Corneliuson for Southern. Flannery quickly. Has it knocked away, goes on the floor with Corneliuson. Tompkins on the floor and a held ball. It'll stay with Southern.
Again, just relentless pressure by Scott County. There's always somebody coming at you, coming from behind. It's very tough to get to stop and get set up and get a good shot.
All tournament action on the 11th region brought to you the corporate sponsor for PrepSpin.com. White, Greer, and Maggard. All your orthodontic needs, White, Greer, and Maggard. Inside, Walters has it blocked by Holt. Headed the other way. Holt weaves her way through traffic, tries to get to Tompkins. There was a lot of traffic there. Thompson fight for it, puts it up off the glass and in.
And that's just a difference right there of size and strength. Tompkins being, a freshman herself, but she's just bigger and stronger right there. Went and got the ball and laid it in.
Watch this. A lot of traffic there on that pass by Holt to Tompkins, but Tompkins stays with it, retrieves it. Then the basketball knowledge of using the offhand, not a strong hand, the left hand. And using the glass. Oh, I don't know how many times that kills me in games. Riddle gets her hand on the rebound, put it up, no good, got it back again, put it up and in. That's just a hustle play by the senior.
Size and strength, too.
Ahead it comes to Flannery, too far ahead of her and out of bounds. It's 40-15 in favor of the Cardinals right now. Coach, has Riddle signed anywhere?
I haven't heard if she has. I'm not real sure. I'm sure she's got a lot of options.
Got a lot of options, and if the college team doesn't come and get her, you're missing out.
Yeah, that's right.
To be honest with you.
She can really play.
She can handle it. She can shoot. She can pass. Just an all-around really good basketball player. Here's a hell ball, and it'll stay with the Cardinals. Again, Coach True and I have been watching her play at the varsity level since the 7th grade. It's only been 6 years, but it seems like it's been longer than that.
She's pretty tough.
And she made a auspicious debut. She had, I think, double-digit scores in her first game in the regional tournament.
Yeah, I think so.
As a 7th grader. Shot no good, and a foul coming up on E-step, I think.
Great set right there from Coach. Southern went man-to-man underneath, and Scott County made him pay for it with, again, that picker-picker action.
What I like about the bigs for Scott County, when they come and present themselves to the ball, they have their hands up and ready, and they don't bring it down. Tompkins misses the first free throw. Carter back in, replacing E-step. Well, Summer Simmons has done a really good job over in Berea with this Southern ball club since she's taken over. Corneliuson will inbound to Flannery, quickly ahead to Corneliuson. Straight away, 16-footer, good.
Yeah, that's her game. She can really hurt you if she gets loose.
4 now for Corneliuson. This is McMath with it. Ray on the right corner. Looks like zone this time from Southern. 2-3 it looks like too, Coach.
Well, Southern went to the zone, tried to contest some threes, but Scott County's hurt them inside now. Scott County is 1 of 5 from the three-point line, but their post play has been stellar tonight.
Ray in the corner, out to Riddle. It's a matchup zone. They're really matching up. It's almost look like it's man-to-man to the point that they're really over-exaggerating the matchup.
Yeah, you got to get the shooters and trying to get some help on that post player.
McMath no good with a runner, and it goes out of bounds off Tompkins, who is fighting 2 Eagles for the rebound. As a matter of fact, Summer Simmons for Southern, Coach, I think was it last year or 2 years ago, she got Southern's first ever 11th region tournament victory. Here's a steal by Riddle. Put it up and in, and a foul on Corneliuson.
Yeah, that's a little bit of frustration right there. Riddle's length. She got that steal, and Corneliuson ends up fouling her away the basket.
Well, you got to go up, fake up, and go under, especially with the length of Scott County.
Well, but again, you got 2:15 left in the first half, and the fatigue's beginning to set in a little bit, and you get some mental mistakes, and that's when Scott County really can put you away.
Riddle, good on the free throw. 44-17. Cardinals on top by 27. Flannery.
1-3-1 from Scott County. A little different look.
Here's Howell. In the lane to Flannery. Runner no good. Too strong. Rebound on the backside by Hoffman for the Cardinals. Quickly ahead. Tompkins. 12-footer left the lane. Good. 46-17 Cardinals. Minute 45 to play. Corneliuson off to Flannery. Back to Corneliuson. Thinks about it. Now we'll let it fly. Back rim is Rebounded by Tompkins again. Ahead to Gray. Gray, left-hander, no. Rebounded by Carter. Gives back to Corneliuson. Southern will continue to try to run with the Cards. Carter. Over here to Howell. Now Corneliuson has a look at a three straight away. Back rim, no good. Carter, Paige Carter tipped into the. The Carter girls, are they sisters? Do you know?
I'm not sure. That right there, that offensive board is not going to make Coach Helton happy. You got to miss, and then you foul. Corneliuson's got an open three. You know, I don't care what the score is. He's always looking for something. Coaching his kids. We've left her a couple times now. They got a fortune she missed, but wouldn't want to bet on her continuing to do that.
Carter misses the free throw. Into the ball game comes King for Southern, Williams for Scott County.
That was Riddle's second foul, so she'll go out.
Yeah. But again, the Cards are so deep.
Yeah, one of your best players go out, and you get longer and taller when she goes out.
Yeah, they played 10 here in the first half. Carter's second free throw is good. 46-18, a minute 10 to play before halftime. Gary Ball and Coach True will take you through halftime, and I'll be back with the second half. McMath with it against the zone. Ball knocked away by Southern. That was Howell who got a hand on it. It hit Hoffman for Scott County in the foot and went out of bounds. I didn't see the foot contact with the ball, but
yeah, I think Williams went back and reached and hit it just before it went out.
Okay. Here in the corner to King. Out to Howell. Flannery. Down low Carter. King. Blocked by Tompkins and a foul. Late call, but I think the proper call there.
That's a good call. She hit her.
Got it right on the elbow.
Yep. Altered that shot with the contact.
That's one sometimes you can get by with, because if you just give it a little tap, but when you come down, there's a little sound to it.
Yeah.
The official will call it.
And I think that what really got her is she spun when she hit her.
Right.
Kind of turned her a little bit.
And then immediately put her hands up like you can touch her. And that's the most guilty look a player can ever do.
You're right.
46-19. I always do the palms up. When I played, I was like, I didn't foul him. Are you serious? Well, I tell you, you're right. Southern can shoot some free throws.
Yeah, they can. You don't want to put them at the line.
Here is McMath with it. It's looks like a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 this trip down.
1-2-2 a little bit.
Hoffman goes into Williams with a jump hook. No good, too strong. Carter with a long rebound for Southern. Now she's in trouble. And a whistle on the hell ball. Summer Simmons over there telling her, turn around, face down the court and look and up and fake up and go under. She had the two tallest players on the floor for the Cardinals that time. And here's a 1-3-1 look with Williams on the point. That's got to be intimidating right there.
Well, you got all 5 Scott County starters on the bench right now, and they're still running and going.
Here's Gray, no good. Williams rebounds, puts it up off the glass and in. 48-20, a 28-point lead for Scott County. Flannery in the corner. 3 for Howell on the way. Got it. Here's McMath. She'll let it fly from three-quarter court. No good, but an impressive first 16 minutes of action from the Cardinals. They lead at halftime. 48-23 here in Richmond. Gary Ball along with Coach Scott True will be back to bring you halftime here in Richmond after this timeout message on PrepSpin.com.
Lexington Women's Health is an all-female OBGYN practice in Lexington made up of board-certified obstetricians, gynecologists, certified nurse midwives, and physician assistants. We are supported by a well-trained and compassionate staff. We work as a team to attend to each of our patients as if they were our sisters, friends, or neighbors. We have experience, both professional and personal, to help you through almost any situation. Chances are, whatever you face, we've been there. Visit LexingtonWomens.com for more information.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Welcome back here to halftime. Gary Ball in with this Coach Scott True. And at halftime, it's 48-23. The Scott County Cardinals by 25 points. And Coach, how do they get that 25-point lead?
Well, their post play's been outstanding. Scott County's 1 of 6 from the three-point line, and I'm sure if you asked Coach Simmons before the game if she'd take that in the first half, she would. The problem is they have 25 points off turnovers and 34 points in the paint. And Scott County just turned you over so many times. Southern had 19 or 18 turnovers in the first half. That turns into 34 points, 25 points very quickly to the other end, and that's tough to do. It's tough to handle with Scott County. You can't turn the ball over against them. They go from your turnover to points as quick as anybody in the state, maybe with the exception of Mercer County, and it's been really difficult and kind of swimming upstream for Southern. Now, Southern's 14 of 16 from the foul line, which is key. They got there, but they got to take better care of the basketball.
Yeah, that's what's keeping them somewhat in the game. When you're down 25, you can't say you're in the game, but somewhat in the game with their foul shooting, 14 of 16. They're just 4 of 24, Coach, from the field, and
that is only 16%.
Yeah, I've been there. A lot of things look a lot worse than they really are when the ball won't go in the basket, and the ball didn't go in the basket very much for Southern in the first half. But part of that's relentless pressure. Even when Scott County misses, they're turning, they're pressing you, they're running you down from behind. It's really, really tough for them to get it off a decent shot.
And Cornelissen only 2 for 7 from the field when your superstar is just 2 for 7. Well, that doesn't bode very well for your basketball team.
No, it doesn't. They've been very aware of where she is and what she's doing. Scott County's length has just been tremendous. They have so many block shots in the first half, 7 block shots in the first half, and their length has really bothered Southern. And, you can't, I can tell you honestly, you can't simulate that in practice. You can't simulate the way Scott County does in practice unless you play that style with that kind of length and depth all the time.
18 turnovers in the first half of Madison Southern.
Yeah, and that's just what they do. They'll turn you over and go score, and then you can see it. Coach Simmons did a great job using their timeouts, used 3 in the first half. They settled down after the first run, but then you can't use all of them, and the fatigue sets in, and then the middle fatigue sets in, and then all of a sudden you go from down 8 or 10 to down 20.
Rebounding edge, really, when you think about it, 22-20, Madison Southern's held their own on the boards, but those transition baskets, and as you said, 34 points in the paint.
Yeah, and there was Southern missed a shot, and the ball went from rebounder to outlet to the other end in less than 3 seconds. It's tough to defend that way, and I'm sure Coach Simmons has told her kids you got to get back, but until you're out there with that, and even if you're back, they're so long they can go over you. It's really tough to stop.
Listen to this balanced scoring by Scott County. They have 48 points here at halftime. Malia Owens has 9 points. Peyton Riddle has 9 points. 6 points by Juliet Smith. 5 by Zephaniah Gray, and 7 by Tompkins. So, that's great balance. And then you got some other players like DeFore's got 4 points. And, Malia Williams has 4. Beat just keeps going on.
It does. And DeFore set most of the first half in foul trouble. She got 2 fouls, never really got going. Owens had to go out late because of foul trouble. But, I know they're up, but in a regional tournament game in the first half, Scott County had all 5 starters on the bench and still stretched the lead. That's depth, and that's what it'll do for you. Their bench points tonight, Scott County has 18 bench points in the first half, and that's really impressive.
Well, Woodford County and Dunbar will battle after this one tonight. We'll have that game right here. Julie Muntz will join me for the broadcast. And what do you think about that ball game, Woodford and Dunbar? They played this year, I believe.
That should be a good one. Dunbar won that over there on Woodford County senior night. I was there scouting that game, trying to get ready for Dunbar district tournament. It'll come down to can Woodford County get the ball inside of their big girl and hurt Dunbar on that end. Because if they can get it inside, they're dangerous. And then Woodford's got to play a little inside out. The big thing with Dunbar is the way they're shooting the ball, the confidence they're playing with right now. They can play with anybody in our region right now, and it's going to be a tough game for Woodford County, I think.
And Michelle and Cecil on this college floor, this 94-foot floor, another 10 feet. I think she excels on the college floor.
It does, and I think that's really going to help Dunbar in that game. I think it helps Scott County a little bit as far as running the floor and getting wide for lanes. But Dunbar's a little deeper than Woodford, but he's done a great job over there. Coach Acker's done a great job in his first year over there, so it should be a good one.
Tomorrow night we got a couple of good ball games too. Looking forward to that as you've got Franklin County playing Henry Clay. What do you think about that matchup?
Well, in my opinion, Franklin's a champion that somebody beats them, and they've won it 2 years in a row. Been in the state finals the last 2 years, 3 years in a row. State finals. They're going to be tough to beat. They're a little younger this year,
right?
But they started playing well at the end of the year. They'll be tough. Henry Clay is athletic, can match them in athleticism. That should be a good one too. That's probably going to come down to who takes care of the ball a little better.
Madison Central and Lafayette will wrap things up in the girls' first round of the 11th region.
Well, for Lafayette, it's all about Caroline Bennett. You got to know where she is, and Dunbar did a great job in district finals for her. You'll see a lot of zone that game. Both teams play a lot of zone. I'll tell you what, Central's got maybe the most improved post player in the region. She's going to be critical for our Central's efforts tomorrow night against Lafayette.
So those are the matchups, and we're here at McBrayer Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Paul S. McBrayer Arena, Eastern Kentucky, and today it came out that Dan McBride would not be retained here at Eastern Kentucky. So your thoughts on that?
And I had a tough year. At the college level, you got to get some wins, and they really struggled this year. Not totally surprising. You hate it. People forget parents and everybody's fire the coach, especially at that level. The number of people you're impacting and the families and kids got to move and all those things makes it tough. But, at that level, you got to put some W's together. And I hate it for him, but I'm sure Eastern will do a good job and find a great replacement. And, college basketball especially is all about recruiting. You can't run the Kentucky Derby with the mule. You got to have the thoroughbreds. You do.
And that's the key to it.
Yeah, and a lot of people talk about, your X's and O's have to be decent, but your Jimmies and Joes better be pretty good.
That's right.
Especially at that level as Coach Cal and places like Duke and North Carolina prove every year.
Oh, Coach Cal will flat tell you got to have great players make great coaches.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You hear about it, but you hear all these guys talk about motivation and whatnot, but do you want experience or do you want talent? Most of them will tell you, if they're being honest, they'll take talent every time.
Well, have you ever thought about coaching at the collegiate level?
When I first started, I thought if I could get to be a high school coach, and I've been that now for 17 years, I would love to try at the collegiate level at some point. I like the game. I love the shot clock.
Yep.
I think it would be a lot of fun, in a small college to do that and give it a go. But, those opportunities are hard to come by this day and age.
How many more years Mayo, the Mayo kid that plays here at Eastern, what year is he, a junior?
Believe so.
Seems like he's been here forever.
Yeah, it does.
Because he's a really good player. You throw Jackson Davis out of Lafayette into the mix. He got injured this year, but he'll be back for a couple more seasons for Eastern. So they've got some parts to play with.
Yeah, and it's very tough at that level when you bring guys in, especially at places like Eastern. Cal can go down the bench and get another All-American, and some of these smaller schools can't do that. And you lose a key cog, it's awfully tough to recover from.
Well, we've got the second half of this Scott County Madison Southern game, and how do you see the second half? Will Southern, they'll continue, I think, to run them up and down the floor with them.
They will. They'll continue to push the ball. They've played that way all year long. The big thing is, can they take care of it a little better? If they can get the turnovers down, even Scott County, if you cut it to 9-10 turnovers and a half, you're doing pretty well. And maybe make a run somewhere along the line. But it's going to be awfully tough for them to crawl back in this one. And I'm sure Coach Helton's going to look at, pushing it really hard early the first couple of minutes and maybe really go on and put them away.
Scott County 48 and Madison Southern 23. We've got about 2 minutes before the start of the second half. We'll step out here and come back after this break and have second half action with Darren Douglas, Scott True. I'll be along for the second ball game tonight. That will be Dunbar and Woodford County. That'll come up after this game. Julie Muntz will join me for that one. We'll be back here 48-23. Scott County on top of Madison Southern here at halftime.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims & Kermode. You can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
Sitters are here.
I'm ready. Okay, kids, behave.
Man to man?
I got the little guy.
Oh, did you leave cash for the pizza?
I got it.
With more features than ever.
All right, who's hungry?
Mobile banking from Central Bank lets you deposit checks, pay bills,
Okay, you're gonna get a rip screen.
send and receive funds with Pop Money, and more.
Hey.
So you can stay in the game without missing a step. Do more with mobile banking from Central Bank, official bank of UK Athletics.
Back here at Paul S. McBray Arena, Alumni Gym on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University in Richmond, Kentucky. Darren Douglas along with Lexington Catholic head coach Scott True. And Coach, we were talking during that first half just how deep and long Scott County is on this girls' side. And where we sit, we get a better view of just how long they are. The people up in the bleachers and the people at home just don't realize how long they are. And the only team I can compare them to are the University of Kentucky Wildcats men's team. They are extremely long.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you told Coach Simmons at halftime Sky County be 1 of 6 from the three-point line, she probably would have taken that.
Yeah.
But they've got 34 points in the paint. Their post play has been really good, and of course, forcing the turnovers has been the difference.
18 of them in the first half for Southern. Here's Riddle, 12-footer, right side of the lane, good.
And look for Sky. Sky County not going to press early here. Maybe save some legs for later in the tournament.
1-3-1 this trip down. Riddle on the head of that 1-3-1 zone. Here's Walters, 3 left of the circle, short. DeFore on the backside with a rebound. Comes out on the dribble. Behind the back. Riddle, right wing 3. Short. Long rebound into the hands of Carter. Gives it back to Corneliuson. Just underway, 50-23. Scott County on top by 27. They go down low to Carter. The 4 flies by, but the left-hand layup is good.
There's a good pass out of that.
A good patience by Carter, though, to make sure she had control of the basketball. Here's Owens. Corner to the 4, steps in, 17-footer, left it short on the rim, rebounded on the backside by Corneliuson. With a few times, you'll see Coach Steve Hilton sitting down.
Yeah, I don't think he's overly pleased right now.
Yeah.
They give up a couple buckets right before halftime, and he'll want to pick up that pace again and get back after it here soon.
Here's Walters, right wing. It goes to Corneliuson, lets it fly. Short rebound, DeFore. DeFore takes it down the lane, put up, and a foul coming up on Walters, who got a lot of ball but got a whole lot of arm as well.
Yeah, that's a good take by DeFore. Again, out in transition, that's where Scott County thrives.
And you saw her kind of hesitate with the dribble there. It wasn't really that nose spot, I don't think, to our viewers at home, but she hesitated, waiting to see if the defender on the left side of the lane came to pick her up.
Well, change of pace and change of speed is really an underrated move, I think, at the high school level.
One of the best female players I've seen be able to do that in a few years is DeFore. She did it a couple times last year that had us over here just shaking our heads.
Yeah, she can handle the ball, and she can shoot it.
She's grown about 4 or 5 inches since a year ago as well. Hits both free throws, 52-25, and she's only a sophomore, correct? I got to keep up with these. It's hard to keep up with the girls' side of things because they come up sometimes as 7th graders.
Scott County's done a good job this 1-3-1. One time they trap, one time they don't. Really keep you guessing, and again, that wears on you mentally as much as it does physically.
And that sometimes can wear you out more so than here's a travel on Cornelius. That can wear you out sometimes more so physically than just running up and down the floor.
Sure. Absolutely. Madison Southern with a little press of their own now.
Looks like it's 2-1 maybe, or 1-2-1. Here's Owens with a 17-footer, left it short, long rebound. Riddle, 8-footer, good.
Got to put a body on her.
Her expression never changes during a game, no matter how good or how bad she's shooting the basketball. Pass back to Cornelius and just chase it down into backcourt and over and back.
And again, the length. You had to get it up and over the Scott County defenders, and you had to throw it a little long and force the turnover.
And it's hard to teach young players to fake up and go under.
Well, as I said at halftime, you can't simulate Scott County's length.
Right. Here's Holt, misses the layup. You tried to, and I had a coach one time put a broom with a face on it.
Yeah,
that just doesn't simulate the arm length, though.
It's not the same thing.
No. Here's DeFore, who's got some length to her as well. Ahead to Walters, and a foul coming up on Owens. Nope, off her foot.
Again, good aggressive pressure by Scott County there.
But Southern's doing a pretty good job of handling it, though, to be honest with you. They haven't really turned the ball over against the press. It's been in the half court.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You think you got it beat, and then they trap you. They trap you right around half court. They get you to go where they want you to go, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble.
5:40 to play in the third. It's all Cardinals right now. 54-25. E-step out of the corner. Short. Rebounded to 4. Running down the middle of the floor. 1-on-3. DeFore hangs. Over the head. Scoop shot. Good.
She's so confident with that move.
Saw her do that 2 or 3 times. I don't even think she found the rim. I think she just knew where the backboard was and put it up on there to find out where it was. That's one of those shots you do in horse. Corneliuson has her shot blocked by Holt. Here comes DeFore again. Left-hand dribble around 2 Eagles and lays it in.
You know, she's awfully good in the open floor.
And now she's off the point guard, so she doesn't have the ball in her hands all the time now, which makes her even more dangerous.
You're right, it does.
Corneliuson, skip pass. Walters, 3. Good. And we have a double foul coming up.
Yeah, they've been going at it a little bit down there, a little pushing and shoving, a little jawing.
That's Holt and E-step, I think. You don't see double fouls very often, but they've been emphasizing it more, though, in the last couple of years.
That off-the-ball contact.
Trying to keep, they don't mind even the female side of things getting a little more physical at the high school level, but they're really trying to keep the cheap stuff out of it, which I kind of like, to be honest with you.
They were going at it pretty good in the last possession, so.
So a double foul on E-step of Southern, and it was Holt of Scott County.
I think on Southern, I think it was on Richardson. I think it was 31 that got it.
It was? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see who they gave it to. It was on Richardson. That's 3.
Yeah, it's getting pretty physical underneath there.
Yeah.
They just want to get a stop before anything got out of control.
Here is Smith to the 4 on the near side. And they'll break the pressure from Southern. Down to Riddle. Floater, good.
It's a great pass and finish.
Pretty good catch from.
A lot tougher catch than it looked.
Yeah, pretty good catch from Riddle, and her composure made that shot look really easy. Here's Corneliuson driving. Put it up over Riddle. No good. Ball tipped into the hands of Owens. Cardinals run. Bounce pass. Williams. Layup good.
Well, she's going to be tremendous in the future.
It's a 34-point lead for Scott County. You can tell math was not one of my strong suits. That's why I studied broadcasting in college. Here is Walters trying to get it into E-step. Knocked out. That's actually Daniels for Southern. The 4 going to be called for double dribble. Thought she might have gotten away with it there for a minute. She did.
Yeah, it was also knocked out of her hands. It's a tough call.
I think maybe they called her when excuse me, came down her hip.
Yeah, it's not. She's not used to having it knocked away when she's on that break either, I can tell you.
Here's a 3 out of the corner. No good. Riddle with the rebound. The 4 hesitates. Right-hand layup. No good. Rebounded by Southern. That is Walters. And then DeFore just picks her pocket clean.
She's so good. Again, the pressure after the miss. Hanging around, waiting for something to happen.
And we're at the 36-point deficit in high school basketball now is the running clock from here on out. Doesn't matter if Southern gets closer. Here is E-step. Runner, no good. Rebound backside Corneliuson. Put it up. Blocked by behind by the 4, but she may have gotten a little piece of the arm. The only time it will stop is on timeouts and injuries now.
That's right.
Yeah, I kind of like that because there were some teams that you would see scores in the newspaper, pick them up the next day, and you're going, really?
Yeah, it makes it tough. There's some disparity in some of the districts, but I think it's a good rule.
Free throw good by Corneliuson, who's now got 7 to lead Southern.
Yeah, she's a tremendous player. Again, just a freshman.
Howell in there, and she's had a couple of regional tournament games under her belt as Corneliuson. This Southern team is really, really young. I mean,
they are.
I know Scott County's young, but Southern's even younger than they are.
But you look at the depth for Scott County and what they're graduating and what they have back. Region's going to be awful tough to get next year for anybody who wants to play them.
We'll see another young team in Woodford County in game 2. Free throw no good by Corneliuson. Williams with the rebound ahead to the 4.
Great outlet.
Yeah. The 4 penetrates, lays it up good. We saw her do that a ton of times last year in the regional tournament.
Great ball fake.
But that started by a nice outlet by Williams in mid-pass, adjusted the pass to get it out ahead of the 4. Here's 3 from Walters. No good. Rebound went off of Scott County's Owens. They'll go back to the Cardinal, or to the Eagles, excuse me. Smith comes out. McMath back in. Now, Helton substitutes a lot for Scott County.
He's got so much depth on that bench. 25 bench points in the first half.
Corneliuson out of the corner for 3, good. 66-32. Cardinals by 34 with 2:20 to play in the clock on the roll. Owens, she'll try to answer. No good. Rebound backside by Williams. Glass good.
She's so long.
And keeps the ball above her head when she comes down with it.
Very fundamentally sound.
Here's Flannery. Left corner, Corneliuson. She'll let 3 fly. No good. Shot it too strong. Rebounded by McMath. McMath on the drive. Hesitates. Gives back to Owens. Owens between the legs. Back to Riddle. Lets it fly. Good for 3. Like Peyton Riddle said, I'll let everybody else get their shots up in the first half. I'm open. I'm letting it fly here in the second half.
They've very much found her here in the second half.
Here's Corneliuson. Drives baseline. Fakes. Puts it up. It kicks around. Drops.
That's a good move.
Yep. Thought she might have shot that too hard, but it caught the backside of the rim, and the spin got it back in for her. 71-34. 3 from Owens. Good. Got a couple of subs.
Really rolling now.
They're shooting the ball
Threes are
well.
falling this half, too.
Southern's getting tired. They're not closing out as much either. Walters 3 are actually just inside the 3-point arc. No good. Owens with a rebound. Here come the Cardinals the other way. Ahead to Williams. And all Flannery could do was foul. But a good play by Flannery to not allow Williams to get it up on the glass.
Yeah, she's out in front of that break again. She's on top of that 1-3-1. So when they do get it, she's head and shoulders to the rim and easy to throw it up to.
Well, somebody told me one time that if you look at the foundation of a player, whether it be male or female, you can see they're going to grow a lot taller. Well, look at the foundation on Williams. She's probably going to grow another 3 or 4 inches before she's done.
Yeah, she's been tremendous all year for them.
And if she's 6'3" right now, good grief. 6'3".
You got to remember she was playing JV for them too. So
oh, golly.
You can imagine what their JV team was like.
Rebound by Howell for Southern as Williams misses both. 74-34. Here's Walters. Oh, bounced behind Flannery. She thought Flannery was going to be out deep, and she wasn't. Turnover, and we're under 40 seconds to play in the third. I want to thank all our fine sponsors. Our title sponsor, White Greer and Maggard. Mingua Beef Jerky. Whitaker Bank. Roberts Insurance, along with, for the 11th Region Tournament only, a good little restaurant from my neck of the woods, Ricardo's, over on Frankfort Street, just outside of downtown. In a historic old railroad depot. Here's a runner in the lane by McMath. No good. She somehow got the loose ball and put it in.
Yeah, way to stay with it. Took a little contact on the shot, too.
Here's Walters quickly in the front court. Cornelius throws one up. No good. Shot it way over the backboard. We're through 3 quarters here. It's 76-34 Cardinals. Back with the fourth quarter here on PrepSpin.com. Was that a replay you just ran? I'll tell it when I come back. I didn't know you were running a replay.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Back here, they got a quick in-between quarters action there for us. McMath lets 3 go right wing. No good. Williams with the rebound with a much smaller Lady Eagle, and she missed the shot. Rebound tipped out to Flannery. She runs down the floor, back tipped by DeFore, out of bounds to Southern. Nice entry pass. I didn't see who made the entry pass for Southern, but Richardson posted up well on the left block, got an easy layup for Madison. Southern. That's what we just hit as we came out of the break there.
Sure.
Carter will inbounds. It looks like a 2-3 zone from Scott County. The pass goes off of Paige Carter's leg out of bounds and goes back to Scott County.
Some other scores in other regions. GRC defeated Nicholas 69-36. Oldham leads Gallatin 52-35. And Bullitt East is up on North Bullitt 21-19 at halftime.
Wow. You'd think they'd be in the same district, but evidently they're not, correct?
Nope.
Here's McMath, 18-footer, no good. Long rebound to 4, penetrates, lays it up in, and good.
Second chance points are big, and Scott County's gotten them all game.
Still can't get used to the Bullet schools being in the 6th region. It drives me up. They were in the 8th region for so long. Here's Carter down low to Richardson, puts up through contact, and no good, but a foul coming up on McMath.
Coach Helton stayed with a 1-3-1 zone this half, and the Southern's done a pretty good job. They got a little comfortable. He's not changing defenses as often, and they're getting some good looks against it now.
Now McMath, at this stage of her career, looks a whole lot physically like DeFore did a year ago.
Yes,
DeFore looks nothing like she did a year ago.
Yeah.
Shot is good by Richardson, but they both have the same kind of ball skills at that level of McMath's career right now. So you can imagine those two on the floor as guards together. Oh my goodness,
it'll be really good.
If you're one of the other three on the floor for Scott County, you better have your hands ready.
Yeah.
Here's a ball knocked away.
Stepped on the inline.
Stepped on the inline, did Williams. Okay. Thought maybe Megan on her foot. And that's a good thing, though, if you're a coach. You got two people on the floor that can handle the ball like McMath and DeFore and pass the ball like they can.
Both extremely quick, too.
Here's a 3 from Flannery, no good. And the thing is, too, they're quick and they can throw passes with either hand, one hand, with nice pace, nice balance on the floor as far as the ball coming up off the floor on bounce passes. And here's McMath behind the back dribble to Gray. And a skip pass over here to Hoffman. Back to McMath. 3 straight away. Got it.
Good ball movement. Great skip pass out of the corner.
Here's Howell. Loses it. Gets it back. Gives it to Flannery. Carter driving baseline on Hoffman and a foul on Hoffman. 81-37, 5 minutes in the clock running on the continuous clock running. New player in the lineup for Scott County is number 35, Michaela Smith. And another very tall, long post player replacing Williams. Inbounds to Harrison for Southern. This is Harrison with the basketball now. McMath picked her pocket. McMath penetrates, underhand scoop shot, good.
Such a good move. Scott County now has 52 points in the paint tonight.
Wow, 83-37, 4:20 to play. Here's a steal by Gray. Ahead to McMath, has Tompkins on her left. No look pass, but knocked down by Flannery. Actually, that is Harrison who knocked it down. And a foul coming up on Scott County.
Probably the right pass. Southern did a nice job sprinting back there and getting the deflection.
I thought we may see, I'd heard about McMath through channels to people in the media or people that follow basketball, whether it be girls or boys at the high school level. I heard she's pretty flamboyant at times with passes too. No look behind the backs and things like that. I thought we might get to see one of those tonight, but a good fundamental pass, and I think Coach Helton would take that.
Sure.
Here's a 3 out of the corner. Good by King. 83-40 with 3.5 to play. Scott County will play in the semifinals coming up on Saturday afternoon here at McBray Arena. Their opponent to be decided in our second game tonight. Dunbar and Woodford County. Should be a good one. Here's Corneliuson. Step back 3, no good. Rebounded on the backside by a new player in the lineup for the Cardinals. That's Emma Turner.
They've made it very tough on Corneliuson to get anything tonight where she's got a good look at it.
She has 12.
Their length and size have really stayed close to her. It's bothered her tonight. It's a very good defensive effort by Scott County.
1 of 8 from behind the arc, 4 of 14 overall, and a whistle and a foul on Southern coming up. And that would be on Harrison. Nope, or they call that on Richardson, I do believe. Yep, Richardson, her 4th, and she's going to come out. The 2.5 to play probably for the final time today. Two pretty good scorers in the next game. This is basketball candidate, the senior Michaela Cecil for Dunbar, And a sophomore, 1,300-point score for Whitaker County already, Delaney Enlow. Here's a runner in the baseline by Turner, and a foul coming up. Pick your poison. There's a couple of Lady Eagles down there, and looks they might have gotten Harrison for it.
And Cecil's a Miss Basketball candidate. She's also Fayette County's all-time leading scorer now.
She got it against Whitaker County that night. I saw all 35 of them that night.
She's tough.
Free throw no good by Turner. We'll have a threesome coming in here for Scott County. It'll be number 40, Kaylee Wise. Number 20 is Kiana Christopher. And 23 is Haley Ward for the Cardinals. Free throw on its way is good. From Turner, 1 for 2, 83-40. 2 minutes to play. Corneliuson. I like what Corneliuson's done. She hasn't really forced anything, though.
She has not.
Step back, can't get her shot off. Right side, King, 3. Back rim, no. Turner and Harrison fight for it. It goes off of Turner. Into the ball game for Madison Southern. Goes number 25. That is Rowland.
Emily Rowland.
Who's been in tonight already. Carter comes out. Corneliuson around to Walter. She'll let 3 fly from behind the arc. Banks it in. Sometimes you have to be lucky.
Yeah, they all count. Doesn't matter. They all count.
Counts 3 just the same. She looked around over here at us at the scores table, at the media table, kind of grinned, didn't she?
She did.
Rebound pulled down by Harrison. She's actually done a pretty nice job as Walters at the point guard because she's had a whole lot of pressure. Yeah. Here's a steal by Christopher. Headed the other way. Puts it up, left it short. Rebounded by Corneliuson. And then Michaela Smith bangs into Corneliuson's call for the foul.
Well, it's tough to turn off that motor. All year you're taught on the miss, go pressure the ball, and it's tough to back up when you've got a big lead and break that habit.
Howell 23, E-Step 32 return for Madison Southern. And that's the other thing, too. I just now looked over Southern's bench. They're not real. You got a lot of players dressed. Only got 9 dressed, so that hurts.
Yes, it does.
Harrison, corner, E-Step, no good from 19. That had a foot on the line. Rebounded by Howell. Gives it off to, that's actually Howell there. Pardon me, Howell got fouled. 23 is Howell, 25 is Rowland. They kind of have the same kind of hairstyle and hair color. It kind of throws me off.
And Madison Southern has just now gotten the bonus, and that's tough against Scott County. You've got to, as much as aggressive as they are, you got to get the bonus against them, and they've just now got into it.
Free throw's good, 84-44. Now this score's as expected, what everybody thought, because Scott County is just so daggone deep.
Yeah.
And Rowland hits both, 84-45. But Southern can hold their head up. They came in here and did what they had been doing all year. They ran against the Cardinals, who are high octane from get-go as soon as they get off the bus.
Yeah, they are, and they got the pace they wanted early. Forced some turnovers early. Did a really good job tonight.
Getting ready to go to Gary Ball here in just a minute with the winning coach, Steve Helton, and he's our Mingua Beef Jerky winning coach of the night, one of our fine sponsors on the 11th Region Network. And I tell you what, I took a bag home that William gave me one night. I never got a piece of it. My brother destroyed it.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. I wondered where it went. He said, I got it. Quick. Gary Ball. Here we go. Gary?
Welcome. Steve Helton's with us. You get the Mingua Beef Jerky, coach, and transition, you got out on them, and boy, you really played well.
At times. We need to play better. We didn't finish real well tonight, so definitely pleased we had to move on. But I think we got 3 good days of practice here, and hopefully get a little bit better and get ready for Friday night.
One thing about it, you got all week. You got till Friday night before you play again, so you get ready.
Yeah, and we did some good things tonight, but boy, I tell you what, I wish we'd have finished a little better. Hey, it's tournament time, so we're going to be excited about moving on, and we've been blessed.
You want hot or spicy, Coach?
Oh, we got hot.
Okay, there you go, Coach. You got the hot Mingua Beef Jerky. Congratulations.
Hey, thank y'all so much.
That's Steve Helton from Scott County, Darren, and Coach, he took the hot tonight. He got the hot and spicy. Back over to you.
Thanks, Gary and Coach. We'll close it out here in just a minute, but Coach, real quickly, your thoughts.
Well, Scott County do what they want to do, and Coach Helton, ever the coach, finds the things you didn't do well, work on those the next 3 days, and he knows that whether you're playing Woodford County or Dunbar on Friday, it'll be tough. So he'll have his kids ready to go. They did a great job tonight. They got what they wanted to do. Ended up with 52 points in the paint, 36 points off turnovers, and that really describes the way Scott County plays.
A big win for the Cardinals tonight in game number 1, 84-45 over the Lady Eagles of Madison Southern. It's Woodford County and Dunbar coming up in game number 2. Stay tuned. Gary Ball and Julie Muntz will be on the call. Thank you, Coach Scott True, for game number 1. He'll be back tomorrow night with us as well. So long from Richmond for game number 2.